what would you suggest, and what kinds of things can we do daily or weekly or just, periodically? Little tips to help us.
Sure. So the first thing I would give someone is remember how to breathe. Breath is life. It is your life force. It is your chi energy. It is the way everything happens on breath. So you don't have to go to a class. You don't have to spend money. You don't have to do anything. All I would do is recommend to put your hand on your heart. That is a nonverbal indicator saying, I'm getting out of my head, out of my thinking, out of my ego, right? Thinking, mind, out of my logic, because none of this, let's be honest, makes sense logically. I would say it doesn't make human sense, but it makes soul sense and it makes essence. So put your hand on your heart, close your eyes. When you, just by the very nature of closing your eyes, you turn off that signal, you turn on a different signal in the brain that quiets the mind. And the breath I recommend is in through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And with your eyes still closed, take your awareness like it's a scanner and now scan your body. And notice what you notice. But I can almost guarantee that everybody would say, I feel calmer. My mind's quieter. 3 breaths can change a lot. So that would be my first tip, is 3 breaths.
Wow. Awesome. I feel more in my body.
Yes.
Like when you said, go into your body and scan your body, I noticed, I got a little pain in my knee. I've got a little this, a little that. Maybe I'm not breathing deeply, fully. And so then I breathed deeper and tried to bring the breath to the top of my lungs and the bottom of my lungs and felt all my lungs. And I was just more body aware for sure.
So thank you, Monica. Let's play with that knee thing, because a lot of people have, the body is talking loudly. Okay. And this is another thing. In my awareness, what I've remembered and what's shared with me is in November of 2017, I call it the body alarm went off. Okay, what does that mean? In my experience, what that means is the body's basically said to the human aspect of us, we're not going to take it. We're not going to take it anymore. We're not going to take it. No, we're not going to take it. I love songs. But basically it was saying, human, do your work. Do your emotional work. I no longer am going to take on your emotional energy. And remember, we're talking energy. So we're talking experiencing the energy of anger, experiencing the energy of sadness, the energy of worry, the energy of lonely. Breathing it through the heart, giving it a voice, and let it go out of the body like air. But we weren't given this emotional map. And a lot of the work I do revolves around what I call the core 4 emotions. Okay? There's a lot of feelings, but there's only 4 primal emotions. And I just gave them to you that we are required to experience. We don't get out of that energy. Okay? So most of us were taught it wasn't okay to get angry because maybe our parents got to have all the anger or whatever, whatever. It all goes back to our childhood. However, so this is how I saw it. So we would say, wow, I don't want to have anger because this doesn't feel good. Why would I want to get angry? Because I have my mom that's supposed to be loving to me is angry, and it just doesn't feel good in my body. Because kids' first language is energy, and then they learn the words. So they get these messages that, wow, I don't want it. I don't want to feel like this anymore. So I don't want to have anger. And then there's the unconscious belief. Do you feel this? So then we close that door and say, I don't want to have anger. Well, anger will be had. Have you ever noticed? You know, you can push it aside and that's like, ah! And then people go, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I don't even know where that came from. Because it's a backlog of energy. Okay. So part of this now time, why it's so intense, is you are required to be emotional vigilant now. It's almost like graduation time. You better have this. And I don't know about you, but I can master 4. 4 sounds doable. But people go, well, Julie, what about regret and hate? You know, to me, those are feelings. Feelings are an indicator because they're really an umbrella. If you look under regret or let's say anxious, that's a big one. I feel anxious, right? People are saying that. Well, which core force sits underneath there? You know, oh, well, anxious. I really feel worried. It's not anxious. It is worried. Well, worry is an energy. Now I can move. If I acknowledge, wow, I feel worried. You can move that energy out of the body through breath, which I just gave you, and boom, all of a sudden you're like, wow, I still have that thing to deal with, but body feels calm. It really is simple. And there's immense gifts that come with those core 4. Now on the website, I have the second tab on there. I have core 4, and on there, I've done videos. I've got all the cute emojis. I've got all kinds of stuff there. If you want to get well versed in that, there's a lot offered there for free. But that would be my second thing: breath and emotions. The other thing that's essential right now is to what you were speaking of, ground. You must ground this energy. If we are lifting up, if we are naturally rising up, and there's all this high frequency pounding the earth, if you even look at electricity, it has to have a ground wire, or you will fry out. And that's what's happening to a lot of people because they maybe they don't know about grounding yet consciously or whatever. But breath inherently will bring you in your body and have you ground. I invite people to go beyond that. If you're in a climate where you can stand bare feet on the ground, that is awesome. But you know, if you're not, just taking that energy and putting it down through the soles of your feet into the core. And Mother Earth responds. If you're really paying attention, you'll feel energy come back. And that's another way of being present here. So breath, getting versed in those core 4 emotions, and then grounding. Those would be my ABCs. Energy 101. Yeah.